What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Forest Green Career Mode. This is episode number 8, I believe. It's been a little while since our last one, and that is totally on me. The upload schedule that I'm trying to follow has not gone that well in its first week, and didn't go that well last week as well. But you know what, with the release of 2K18, there were some busy things to take care of. It's out of the way now. Let's focus back on this, and let's focus back on getting 4 episodes up for you here this week. And we start things off with the Emirates FA Cup, playing Everton. Obviously simmed this one, because what was the point of playing Everton when we know we're destined to do one thing and one thing alone, and that's get knocked out. And you see there, of all people, Marcus Rashford has signed for Everton, which I don't know either, but that's what happened. He scored against us, and we got knocked out 2-0. Totally fair for that to happen. Wasn't surprised at all by it happening. We're out of all cups now, so it's now just sole focus on the league. And what you're seeing here is the most lucrative contract in the history of the Football League 2 being signed to none other than the man, the beast himself, Ben Brereton. We're getting it for 3 years. This whole 1-year contract stick that we signed back in the first episode, or whatever it was, has really started to backfire on us, because we need to keep Brereton around, because, you know, he scored about 18 goals. I think it was 18 goals at this point. So, you know, we kind of need to keep him on deck, and we kept him on deck with a 12 grand a week contract. That's something you see in, like, you'd probably see that in the Championship, which we're not going to be at for another 2 seasons, and Ben Brereton's already making that kind of money. The problem is, though, by the time we get to, like, our first season in the Prem, Brereton's going to have 6 months on this contract. It's probably going to get me asking for like 150k a week, because he'll just get that good. So maybe some difficult orders might be on the way, but you know what, we'll pass that hurdle when we get to it. And speaking of passing a hurdle, we are in January right now. It's the January transfer window, and we have to try and pick up a new centre mid maybe, or a new centre back, just something, somewhere to strengthen the depth of our team, because we lost, I believe it was Fitzwater, went back to his team after a short loan here that I didn't know about until like the month before he left. So that was something to take on board. We've also got, you know, we've just got a lot of work we need to do maybe, and a lot of signings need to be made. But right now we have to turn our attention to the pitch. We're playing Port Vale, and it's Cooper of all people opening the signing. I think his name is like Craig, but he gets the opening goal here after the assist from Ben Brereton, and he is absolutely ecstatic about it. Scoring here to open the scoring. Brereton could have snatched his 19th goal of the season right there if he saw fit, but he decides against it. You see, he gets the ball here, pulls in a nice face shot, plenty of room, plays it into Cooper, who, despite having 2 players around him, theoretically is totally to himself. We move on there to the start of the second half, and look at this passing play right away. Up to Ben Brereton within minutes, plays the ball in to Marsh Brown, 2-0. 1 minute 37 seconds into the second half, and we're already adding to our tally. Port Vale don't know what hit it. Marsh Brown there getting another goal on his tally, and Brereton knocking in another assist on the season. I think it was something mad by like the end of this episode. I think Ben Brereton had about as many assists as Reece Brown did. I can't remember if it was by the end of this game, but I think there might be a few more games that he assisted. It was absolutely incredible to witness. There we go, 2 assists for Brereton in this game already, but he may be feeling hungry. He may be feeling like it's time to get himself on the score sheet. So he does. Ben Brereton with a 3rd goal of the game. That is something to behold. 3-0, and we're not even at the hour mark yet. We have absolutely destroyed Port Vale here. Look at how easily Morris just holds up the play, and then just finds Ben Brereton, and he's just got to do a few runs. And I think that's his weak foot as well, his left foot, just putting it in the back of the net as if it was no problem at all. But Port Vale were not done. They weren't giving in, which was kind of valiant to see. They were still making a run, and they make a lovely run there through those 2 defenders, and they make it 3-1, getting them a consolation goal. Barnett with the goal there. He does a little bit of a celebration, so maybe he's just happy Port Vale scored a goal here. But it's not going to do anything in the long string of things towards this game. There's too little time left for them to turn it around, but it is a nice goal. Just work their way through the defence there, find that gap, and he's there, right place, right time. But it doesn't matter. We win 3-1. Ben Brereton, an absolutely outstanding game. 3 years we've got this guy for now, and I think we're going to love every single day of it. 2 assists and a goal. There is just something special about this young boy. But speaking of not young boys, speaking of people who aren't really that special, we meet here, I believe it's with one of Barnett's men, maybe. I can't remember who it was. Oh, no, I think it was just some shit league, and I don't remember. But anyway, we're here to sell Doige. He's finally gonna go. Aside from scoring some really nice screamers, this guy adds nothing to the club. So we're gonna try and get him to go. We're gonna sell him for a little bit. There you go, Yeovil Town, you can have him. We really don't give a shit. He's gone now. Bye. So there we go. Doige is gone. May he not be missed in one in any way, shape, or form. What this does mean is that Luke James now becomes the secondary striker to Ben Brereton, which means that in the grand scheme of things, with James slipping up into the striker role, we need a new left mid now, which was the key thing to look for. And you're going to be, you're not going to notice it because all I show is the games in this episode. But I spent a good, this recording was something like 2 hours, and I spent a good hour and 10 minutes trying to get trying to just sign people. It was absolutely awful. Just no one, not even people on loan, want to join Forest Green. We are not that shit. Just want to put that out there. We're not that shit. Yeah, Chumacero puts in about a shot that a 2-year-old would make from that far, but we ain't that bad. All right, and we're gonna prove it against Swindon, the first team that beat us this season in the league, and we're looking to try and rectify that loss by making it a big win here today. But no, Bagayoko just decides I don't know how to be a defender anymore. Gives up the ball, and we're 1-0 down at the start of the second half. I'm now getting the hiccups, which ain't that good. But how did this happen? Again, to Swindon, they're like our bad luck charm. Just complete disarray in the defence there. Bennett just kind of has a spasm. Bagayoko kicks it into his shin and just gives him the ball, essentially. So there was a lot of work that had to be done. Chumacero makes a nice run there. Reece Brown, who just got subbed on, was supposed to be sitting out this game, had to be brought in, and what a difference maker he was in that. The equalising goal with just over 10 minutes left to play. What a nice goal it was as well. What an awkward angle to put it in from. Very difficult for the keeper to stop it, and as a result of that, it looks to be like we're going to be taking home a point from this one. Thank God we are, because otherwise there would have been another embarrassing loss to Swindon Town. Look at that run. 2 defenders following him the entire way, and they can't do anything to stop him. Reece Brown with a lovely goal. It's a 1-1 draw. I mean, Swindon stay undefeated against us in this season, but at least we didn't lose twice to them, which I guess is a good thing. But it did also mean that if we were in the league, if we had a big game up next, which we actually did, they may well have been able to close in on us. And so it was pivotal, really, in this game against Cambridge, that if they were able to close in on us, then we just pushed them right back to where they were. And you see, actually, Cambridge, yeah, they didn't close in on us because they were ahead of us. Cambridge currently leading the league, and you see how close it is at the top. They're the top 3 separated by 1 point, with I think it was Notts County and Cambridge tied on points. So it was really pivotal that we got the win here and showed that we are 100% in this title fight. Well, I mean, we pretty much are. We are only 1 point behind them, but still, being able to defeat the league leaders at home, big boost of confidence. It would probably take us up to the top, provided Notts County didn't win their game. And we try early on there. It's a great save by the keeper, and Collins had to exercise his own reflexes as well to stop that goal going in. But then we move on to the second half here. Ben Brereton on the ball. Look at this run he makes. Just past so many defenders, all by himself. 1-0, Ben Brereton. What a star this man is. I think this was his 20th goal as well. The elusive number 20 that he was looking for. He scored. Absolutely phenomenal piece of work by the young man. And an absolutely wonderful goal to score as well for that number 20. Look at the way he just blitzes down the defence, rounded like it's not even there, and then into that the side of the net, and it was just something magical to behold. We move on here to the 90th minute. Watch this for a counter-attack. James gets the ball after Brereton was subbed off. He runs all the way through here, and he makes it 2-0 right at the end, just to seal the game for it being a Forest Green Rovers victory. Cambridge came out with a fighting passion within them, but it just wasn't enough. We just had them set every single step of the way, and we go on to pick up a win over the league leaders 2-0, which was exactly what we needed and exactly what we got. Very, very, very nice indeed to see, especially even nicer to think about when Ben Brereton, the star that he is, now has 20 scored on the season, and we are still with a good amount of games to play. 20 games, 20 goals, 29 games in the league played, and I think he's played about 27. It is an absolutely outstanding record from Ben Brereton, and you chalk up those assists as well. This guy is something else. Well, he's starting here again for us against Carlisle, who I think was some ways down the order, so this should be an easy game on paper, and we were looking to make it just that. John Carlos with a beautiful turn, Figueira, Reece Brown, 1-0. Look at that easy passing play. Whatever Carlisle's defence were doing there, leaving him in so much space was unreal. Puts it away with ease. Lovely turn there by Jean Carlos. Figueira on the edge of the box with plenty of space. Just puts in a nice little one touch into Reece Brown, and he boots it into the top left corner. How the fullbacks didn't mark him is beyond me, and it just goes 1-0. Nothing to worry about. Figueira there, once more the hard-working midfielder, wins back the ball, plays it up to Brown. Brown with a fake shot, whips it in. Ben Brereton on the volley, number 21. Keep counting, he'll keep scoring. Another beautiful goal for Ben Brereton. What a volley it was as well. Those are the kind of goals we expected Deutsch to score, but now with him gone, Ben Brereton's taken over that role, it seems. It's a lovely cross in, he has plenty of time to get into position, to get himself adjusted for it, and just boots it into the corner, not even into the corner, just past the keeper. Beautiful, job done, 2-0. Try to make it 3 there, and Ben Brereton does. How this guy just scores so many goals is beyond me. But there's goal number 22, Figueira with the assist. 2 assists for him in this game. Absolutely great game for Figueira as well. A true, absolute engine in midfield, able to go up and, able to go up in the attack and down in the defence. It is absolutely incredible to see him being able to pull off that. It's a nice little pass in. Brereton had most of the work done for him. He just applied the finishing touches. Carlisle, though, weren't giving up late on. They suddenly found a bit of fight within them, and you see there, it was just over the bar, very close to being a goal, but thankfully it wasn't. Move on 10 minutes later now, still 3-0. Carlisle in the attack here, causing a bit of trouble for our defence. They get through another gap, and it's 3-1, but just like the Port Vale goal earlier, it doesn't mean anything. But it's still kind of frustrating them that we're giving up these late consolation goals against these teams. So I guess that's something we need to focus on in the long run of things. But look at that gap in the defence there for whoever it was to score that goal. Just very simple, very easy, but it didn't make the Carlisle fans that happy, as you can hear. A chorus of boos ringing around as they still have to go away with a 3-1 loss to Forest Green Rovers, and we're going to be very happy with it. Ben Brereton celebrating with an invisible person as he has netted a brace on today's game. And after over an hour of hunting for players to buy, after over an hour of being told by people even on loan that they didn't want to join Forest Green Rovers, we finally found someone who was minutely interested in us. Tobias Heinz here, from like the Norwegian league or something, literally the middle of nowhere, he plays for as well. We decided to send him an offer for him. He was decent overall, good age, good potential. Let's just hope for the best. I'm not looking for a starting midfielder. I'm just looking for someone to work with Jean Carlos, because Jean Carlos' stamina still needs some work. So we can, just fill in the blanks and just help Jean Carlos out in that regard. We get the transfer offer done, and now we've got to sit down and do contracts with this man. And it gets better right from the start. Here he wants to play rotation. I don't have to worry about pissing him off. Amazing. That means that Jean Carlos is going to be able to get it a lot more game time as well. So in the long scheme of things, it just makes things better. He wants 3 years. He's like, no, I want 1 year. Okay, we're like, screw that, 2 years then. We'll meet in the middle. And meeting in the middle worked. Would Tobias Heinz, though, in the end of this episode, sign for Forest Green Rovers? It was kind of crucial that he did. Daddy ProJaked doing all of his working charm here, threatening to tickle his bum on the training pitch if he didn't sign and all that. But, it seemed as if Tobias Heinz had that interest. It was just down to the wages. It was just down to the thing that I am awful at this year on FIFA, because I can't do a signing bonus because we have no money. But we waited patiently. Papa, Daddy ProJaked even, thinking through the offers in his mind. And he thinks $1.5 grand, no signing bonus, no fee if he does a certain amount of things. And the client is happy. Tobias Heinz signs for Forest Green Rovers near deadline day. A good signing to be made there, and there's the kid's stats. Good stats, all around. Not the best rating, but he's young, and we still have a hell of a lot of time to work with him. And if needs be, if desperation strikes, he can play striker. I'm happy with the signing. Let's hope he can fit into the team very well. But you see this, speaking of the team, we are top of the league right now. 1 point above Notts County. Things are looking great for us, and let's just hope they can continue going on from here. That'll end this episode of Career Mode. Thank you guys for watching. See you tomorrow for the next one. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.